So I finally had to say goodbye to PrimeLister. Let me tell you why. Since I switched to Nifty, it is so much different and so much easier and quicker to use, which makes such a difference in my business. So for PrimeLister, I was paying $50 a month for the Crosslister and like the Poshmark sharing bot, the one that sends offers, whatever. So I was paying $50 for that one, and I'm getting the same thing on Nifty with it does bookkeeping as well for $67.40. I finally made the switch because just this week I am very good at making sure everything gets delisted. But when I have a service that I'm paying to do that, sometimes I didn't pay as good attention, and it would just PrimeLister would not delete anything that sold on Depop. And it was so frustrating because I'd go in, I'd delete them, but sometimes I would forget. I'd be in the middle of doing something. I'm in school, so I'm studying, I'm at class, I'm doing other things. I'm not focusing on other things. So this week alone, I had 3 things that sold that already sold. 2 of them I was able to come to compromise with. One of the women on Poshmark was very nice. I said, hey, what can I do? I had another item that she wanted that was just a different color, same size. So I shipped her that one. She said it's perfectly fine, no worries. So that was all set. On Depop, the buyer bought a pair of Under Armour spandex. They got another pair of Under Armour shorts. The ones that they ended up getting the second time were a little bit nicer and more pricey, but I made the mistake, so I was like, whatever, I don't care. And then the other one was on Poshmark, and I had to cancel the sale. And as you know, if you sell on Poshmark, if you cancel too many times, you get dinged. And so after 3 in a row, normally I get one every couple months, but 3 in the same week, that's very frustrating to me. So I immediately went to Nifty, and I originally was doing the 7-day free trial, but I ended up running out of credit, so I just paid for the whole thing. And it's already so much easier, so much quicker, so much faster, and I love the bookkeeping software. I do bookkeeping myself, so I do both of them, so I'm using the Nifty and my own, but the fact that it does it for me and I can just check my work is so much easier and so much more efficient. I know $67 is kind of a lot, 40 cents. I mean, it's a little bit more if you don't pay for the yearly, but I just think it's so much easier with everything it does, and it's so much quicker. So that's why I did that.